Alright guys, so these are your notes for constant rate of change. In this blank box right here, I want you to write rate of change. We go over to the side. It reads, a blank is a rate that describes how one quantity changes in relation to another. In these blanks, we're going to write a rate of change is a rate that describes how one quantity changes in relation to another. In a linear relationship, the rate of change between any two quantities is the same. A linear relationship has a, here we're going to write constant rate of change. Okay, so this is just saying that when we're looking at a line, there's a rate of change, and it's talking about two quantities. That change is the same between two quantities x and y. The two quantities x and y when we're looking at a graph, or x and y when we're looking at a table. So let's look right here, y equals mx plus b. This is the equation that I told you guys about yesterday. We now have it in our notes. This equation is for non-proportional relationships. And it's also called a two-step equation, which is when we were solving for x. This m is our constant rate of change. So yesterday we talked about how y is the y value in a table or a graph. X is the x value in a table or a graph. This m is our constant rate of change. So this m is not the same as k. It's not y over x. Instead, it's rise over run if we're looking at a graph. So here you're going to put graph. If we're looking at a table, it's change in y over change in x. If we're talking about an equation, it's what's being multiplied. So usually it'll say per hour, per pound, per whatever. So here in parentheses, let's put per. And we'll also add multiplied. These are just some hints to help you because these notes are going to go in your notebook. So this, when we're looking at an equation, a word problem, it'll say per hour, per something. We know that we're multiplying. If we're looking at a table or a graph, this y is the y value. That means we can plug things in to get what y is when it's missing. This m, when we're looking at a graph, is a rise over run, and I'm going to show you that in a second. If we're looking at a table, it's the change in y over the change in x, which I showed you yesterday. I write as this. You may see in other math classes later. That triangle means change. So that's change in y over change in x. The x is our x value. The b is our y-intercept. So that's where the line crosses the y-axis. We talked about that at length yesterday. So right here is where the line crosses the y-axis on a graph, or it's our initial value. It's our initial value when we are looking at a word problem or a situation. So like when we're looking at those gyms and it said, you pay $20 before you visit, that's an initial value. When you order a pizza and before you add toppings, it's $8. That's our initial value before we even add toppings to it. Okay, so now this is if we're looking at a graph. This is where we're going to talk about rise over run. So I want you to write that right here. It's rise over run, or change in y over change in x. So we have 2 points here. We have 3 points. And we are trying to find the rate of change. We want to know how much this is changing. So this is t-shirts, and this is time. So if I'm looking at this, I'm just trying to figure out what it's telling me. It's telling me how many t-shirts are sold. So if we looked at 8 p.m., they had sold 25 shirts. At 9 p.m., they sold 30 shirts. So just looking at this, I know in 1 hour they sold 5 shirts. But it's not always pretty like that. So let's take this point. It says take 8 25, so 8 p.m. and 25 shirts, and then take this 10 p.m. and 35 shirts and find the rate of change. So when we say rise over run, we're going to look at these two and see how much we rise to get to the same line as this dot. I rise 1, 2, but it's not 2, so we look over here, it went from 25 to 35. So we actually rose 5, 10. So I'm going to put 10 over how much I run to get to that same spot. So I run 1, 2, 3, 4, which is 4 boxes, but if we look down here, it's from 8 to 10, which is 2 hours. So 10 over 2 is how much this changed. This reduces, if I divide both by 2, I get 5 over 1, which is 5. So the rate of change is 5 shirts per hour. If we write that as an equation, we have the equation y equals mx plus b. Y is our y values. M is our rate. Remember, per, our rate, our per. So 5 per hour. C and x is our hours. See how it's all adding up? X, y, x is hour. 5 per hour plus our y-intercept, which is over here at 20. They already had 20 sold. So that is when you're using a graph. Now let's look at a table. We're not going to fill in the rest of these because we don't have the situation that this table came with, but I just want to show you when you're given a table where this 0 is, wherever x is 0, that y is our b. That is our y-intercept. This 2 is our y-intercept. I know that because the x is 0. So I'm going to take you to the graph really quick. Where x is 0, our y is our y-intercept. Last one. This is when we have a verbal description. Six Flags charges $40 per ticket and a parking fee of $10. We know that this per is telling us to multiply. And there's a parking fee of $10. This $10 is our initial value, which is our b, our y-intercept. When it says to write an equation, we are writing it in the form of y equals mx plus b. We keep our y. M is our rate, which is what we're charging per ticket. Keep our x, and here's our initial value. Use this to complete the assignment for today. If you go back and look at number 2, the one I told you to skip yesterday, it says what is the rate of change? We have our x and we have our y. You are going to do change in y over change in x. That means how much is changing here. So you're not going to take y and put it over x. You're going to say, what is changing from here to here? We're adding 15. And from here to here, we add 6. From here to here, we add 5. From here to here, we add 2. So you'd put change in y, 6, over the change in x, 2. This is due at the end of class today. Complete it today, and we will go over it tomorrow when I'm back in class.